Today, I'll be giving you key consideration in choosing your location as a school owner or an aspiring school owner. What are those things you have to take into consideration before you pick a location? This is very important. A lot of schools have closed down because of the way of because of the kind of location they went to site their school. The first thing you have to take note of is your target audience and population density. You have to identify the kind of people you want to serve. Are they middle class people or are they high income families? You have to decide which of them you want to serve or which of them you want to offer your service to. Then also you have to ensure that the area you are located or siting your school has enough children within the school age demographics. Yes, because something feasibility study, you have to go and check the environment and see what it looks like. So one of the things you have to take note of while you're siting your school is to be sure that there are enough children within school age demographics. Now, the next important thing is the accessibility and transportation. You have to choose a location that is easy accessible by road, public transport. You don't have to choose a place that when it's rainy season, vehicle cannot even pass. When rain falls like this, the flood will not even allow people pass and everything. It will be a bad idea to site a school in an area of that nature. So, and you're also supposed to consider proximity to residential areas to minimize long distance travel. So make sure that where you're siting your school is close to where people are living, not at a very far distance where people have to travel a long distance before they get there. So that's very important. The third important factor or consideration to take note while you're choosing a location is the safety and security of that area. You ask yourself a question: is the area prone to violence? Is it prone to flooding? Is it even prone to poor sanitation? These are questions you must ask yourself. Then also you have to ensure that there is space for a secure fence and gates to control entry and exit of people. Make sure that the area you are siting your school is a place that can be fenced, for security. Because if it's a place that people just come in and come out, they can even kidnap children. So you wouldn't want to experience such a thing. So you have to be very, very careful and be sure that there is a space for fence and gates. Now, the next one is the competition and demand. That's another thing you have to look at. In that area you're siting your school, which schools are existing already? You have to research the number of existing schools in that area and what they are like. So I advise you to look for underserved areas where your school can meet a unique need. Look for underserved areas so you don't have to struggle a lot. Because if you go and site your school where schools are already thriving and all that, it might be very difficult for you to easily stand on your ground in a short time. So it's very important that you look for a place that is underserved. Now, we also have the land ownership and your legal requirement. If you are buying the land, ensure that you have proper documentation and government approval while you're buying the land. Make sure that you have your survey, you have the necessary papers, you have if possible, your C of O, and every necessary paper to back up the land. Because while you're even going on the approval process, you are going to submit some of these documents during the approval process. And if you are renting, you have to have a legal agreement with long-term sustainability in mind. So you don't just go and rent and without a good agreement, and the agreement should be with your lawyer, so that the landlord will not just evacuate you without any prior notice or any good notice, like the last video I made. So it's very important that you have a legal agreement with long-term sustainability in mind. All right, so that is what I have for you today.